Good afternoon, everybody. Glad you could be with us here this afternoon on the St. Augustine show that's on in the afternoon.
Isn't that so nice? It's so original.
How many times can I say afternoon in the intro of this show?
Just the afternoon, yes.
That's right.
We could say St. Augustine Happy Hour.
Should we change the entire name of the show?
God, we branded it so long. No, we got to stay here. We love
Stoida. We could always do that. Executive decisions being made right here.
Right here, live on camera.
Well, we've got two guests, great guests, who are waiting to come in and tell us what the St. Augustine Music Festival is all about.
18 years, bro.
I know.
This is amazing.
I didn't realize it was 18 years.
Yeah,
I really
pretty
had
amazing.
no idea.
And it's a free concert for everybody, so why not, right?
That's pretty great, man. Jorge Pena in here joining us. He is the founder and artistic director, and we've got Bill Boxer as well. He is the executive director of the St. Augustine Music Festival. We're going to talk about what it's all about, what we can expect this year, and how you can hang out for free and enjoy some great music.
Absolutely.
This is going to be a great event. Of course, we'll have your horoscopes, your memes, your events.
I'm on deck today, I think, right?
You are on deck today, sir. Yep, you know you're on deck. You didn't have to ask that question.
I know. I just
dread Wednesdays.
Sometimes you maybe you mess up and actually read Fridays instead.
Sometimes I do, yeah. But now I will definitely remember that it's Wednesday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pull the bandage off.
Oh, well, we'll ease into it. We'll tell you first about our friends at Beaux-Arts Ford Lincoln. Since 1949, they have been more than just a dealership. They are a family-owned beacon of trust right here in St. Augustine. They were founded on the principles of honesty, integrity, and community service. The Beaux-Arts Ford family tradition continues to thrive through generations. They've got that state-of-the-art service facility, 91 climate-controlled service bays out there. They got a lot of techs and a lot of comfortable techs. That means your car's being worked on the right way. They got the quick lane for no appointment needed maintenance. Plus, you can enjoy the comforts of their customer lounge while you relax and wait on your vehicle, or you can pop over to Ford's Garage.
You should definitely go to Ford's Garage.
Yeah. It's the best way to kill time.
Right.
Proud recipients of the prestigious Triple Crown Award and named Florida's Dealer of the Year by Dealer Rater. Their team dedicated to providing an enjoyable and efficient experience. Beaux-Arts Ford Lincoln offers the best in pricing, selection, and service right there off I-95 and State Road 16. Your satisfaction is their mission, and they are driven to inspire. Also, our friends at the Bailey Group. Over 300 companies and organizations trust the Bailey Group to carefully craft a benefits program that supports and reflects their vision. No matter where you want to go, they want to help you get there together. Their first priority, helping you take care of yourself and your family. They want to learn more about your personal situation, identify your dreams and goals, and understand things like your risk tolerance. This helps them build the perfect plan for you and keep those long-term relationships, encouraging honest and open communication, and that's always been the cornerstone of their foundation of success. Give them a call. Let them do that for you, 904-461-1800. And, of course, our friends at Elace Med Spa, where they specialize in providing you with a wide range of luxurious spa treatments and advanced medical aesthetic procedures. They do it the best over there. Whether you're looking to unwind with a hydrofacial or enhance your natural beauty with things like Botox, dermal fillers, laser treatments, all very popular these days, and they've got all the state-of-the-art equipment. Their expert staff going to work with you to develop a personalized treatment plan tailored to your unique needs and goals. They are the dream team on the beauty scene.
Your ally in aesthetics.
That's right. It's beauty on your terms. Elace.com. All right, excited to welcome in Jorge Pena and Bill Boxer here this afternoon. Gentlemen, how are y'all doing today?
Very good. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
I'm great, and thank you for inviting us.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to talking to you. So tell me a little bit about the St. Augustine Music Festival. What kind of music it offers? Where did it begin, I guess, first of all? What's the backstory?
Okay. A good question, because, we get asked that question many times, and and why is that? I would think a lot of people don't know that we even exist here in town. You know why? The fact is that we spend most of our advertisement money outside. It's just designed like that because the money that we get is for it to be expand outside the region. So, in you providing this platform, it really helps us a lot, because we do want to see the local people take advantage of this festival. What do? as you notice, the name of the festival is St. Augustine Music Festival. It is not about one genre of music or anything like that, but it is concentrated on classical music. I'm a classical musician. I play in the Jacksonville Symphony, and obviously it's geared more towards chamber music. What does that mean? When the idea first came to mind, I wanted to do something different. And I must say that it's not the easiest path, to showcase the best music and give it away.
That makes it so
Right.
special.
It is very special, and not just that, it's very unique because I can almost guarantee that you're not going to find something like this anywhere else. If you want to see something like this, you have to go, to the major cities, New York City, Paris, or something like that. But here you have it. And we're able to attract major players together with local musicians, some of my colleagues. That makes it special because this is not something that we are presenting. This is not a traveling show. What I mean is that a lot of time what festivals would do is that they contract this group and that group and they present them. That's what they do. No, what we do here is we focus on the programming, which means that the programming is selected, then you actually have to cook it in a way. You actually, we rehearse it and we have one performance of it. And that's it.
Wow, that's
And it
amazing.
exists for a week or so and it goes away.
Like a shooting star. That's awesome.
It's unique because, let's face it, Jacksonville Symphony can afford to do this. You know why? Because they have, 80 people in payroll.
Right.
We don't. We can select this, and that. Other festivals, they don't go for it because they want to have one group playing a whole evening. No. Every evening has a very unique feel. It has its own theme. But at the same time, you're going to see different styles of music, obviously different people playing it. So the configuration changes in so many ways. It's kind of hard to tell. And that's why I always tell everybody, look, you're just going to have to check it out. I can almost guarantee that you will have a great experience. It's one of those things, Why does it work? Because it's the utmost, the most professional, the best quality you will see in a while. And that's why I stand up in front of people and say, look, if you like to see this continue, donate. They are free, obviously, but obviously, we do have, expenses like anything else.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We have to pay, we do pay all our musicians and we pay them well.
That's
We
nice.
don't want to, pinch penny anything.
Right.
I'm a musician myself and I know the importance of doing it right, And for that reason, yes, we have a wonderful board, that fundraises, that goes after grants and try to get the money in different way. Why? Because the mission states that we entertain, and it's not just that. It educates, and it's not just that. Elevates, and I can assure you, every concert that you attend, you will go home with those three key elements. If we don't do that, we're not doing our mission.
Yeah.
So we make sure that all of that is checked. Obviously, I like what I do. But in a way, I feel like I'm an ambassador to teach a lot of people that have this misconcept that classical music is boring, that classical music is only for the elite or this. No, we want to make it free so the family next door can come, bring their 5 kids or whatever, and if the kid starts crying, they get up, they walk out. They don't have to feel guilt or anything like that.
Yeah.
People start clapping in the wrong time, whatever that means. Fine. You know what that means to me?
Passion.
Is passion.
Yeah.
It means that new people coming in that are being introduced to formats maybe, but the bottom line is that you have to enjoy it.
Yeah.
and I'm open to any kind of music if it's good and if it's done well.
Yeah. So you mentioned yourself and kind of the experience and quality of the performers.
Yeah.
At the music festival. Where do you kind of find everybody? Where do you get everybody and bring everybody together? And then what does rehearsal look like? Because obviously this is a different type of scenario than a lot of the classical concerts we would go to see, right?
It is. Well, the musicians, I'm blessed that, I am, I've been in the industry for a long time. I do, as time progressed, I've gotten myself involved in other things. And so I have my hat in different areas. So I do have a lot of connections, and I'm able to, hey, I need somebody, well, I know whom to call. I know such and such and across the country, and I can give them a call. And you know what? They would never have any problem attracting great talent. You know why?
That's great.
Because they know, we have built a tradition. They know what to expect, and they know that when they come to the festival, they are putting themselves in the line. Is this going to be good? No, they know that it's going to be good. They know that they're going to be working with a lot of their colleagues, a lot of people that are the highest caliber, and they have no problem. Everybody benefits, and everybody has fun, and that's what it's about.
That's great.
So, Bill, talk a little bit about your journey, because before we started filming, you talked about how you guys relocated to Florida, you and your wife, and you fell in love with this festival, right? How did your journey grow into this?
Great story. We moved to Florida in 2016 from New York. First thing was, let's find the music. We were, of course, classical music lovers, hoping that we would find the music that we love and concerts to go to. That first year, my wife saw an ad that said, St. Augustine Music Festival, free. And she showed it to me. She said, let's go. We did. First, on a personal side, we've never missed one concert since 2016.
Wow.
So, and it was the experience that we now call the SAMF experience. I could talk about it for hours. Doesn't mean a thing until you're there.
Love that.
The music is incredible. The setting is incredible. The acoustics are wonderful. It's a spiritualistic feeling just listening to the incredible music. Anyway, how do I move on now? So the next level is in, I believe, Jorge, I think it was it 2018 or 2017 when you had Leon Fleischer as a pianist.
17,
Here's the story. And this is how I got involved. When I was taking piano lessons in New York, my piano teacher had a studio in Carnegie Hall. Every Saturday morning from the time I was 7 years old on, went for my piano lessons every Saturday morning.
Wow, what a place to take piano lessons, huh?
Really.
I have chills.
Yeah. So, when I was 8 years old, my piano teacher said, I'm taking you to a concert after our lesson. It was Leon Fleischer, pianist. It was his first concert. He was 19 years old at the time. We sat in the hall, remember row 6, center. The main hall was almost empty, but he played the most incredible concert. I was fascinated. And it sat with me. I followed his career over the years. Let's jump to 2018. Leon Fleischer is on the St. Augustine Festival program. I couldn't believe it. I contacted him through Facebook, which was the only way I was able to do it, wrote him a note and said, I was at your first concert. I would love to meet you. After the concert, heard from him. And at the end of the concert, it was a wonderful evening. I went up front, and everybody was gathered around. Jorge was there, and I got into a conversation with Leon, and somehow I got into a conversation with Jorge, and Jorge said to me, maybe you could be interested in being on the board.
Okay. Wow.
That was a kind of a
icebreaker moment. Yeah.
Yeah. And I said, yeah, that's interesting. And I remember, I believe it was October and November. We had lunch together with the then board chair. Talked a little bit about my background in New York. I was a music educator and a supervisor of music back in New York City, and my love of music and the festival. And next thing I know, I'm on the board.
That's amazing.
I spent 2019 on the board, learning everything I could about the music festival, working, helping, doing what I know best.
Yeah.
And toward the end of 2019, the board chair said he was resigning.
Oh, wow.
There had been a change over just prior to my coming on the board, and the board had gotten a little bit smaller. There were new people, and all of a sudden, my name came up. Would you be interested in being the chairman of the board? I said, I guess I can do that, and maybe a little quick, but let's see where we are. And that was at the end of 2019. In 2020, January 1st, I became board chair, of course. Then we were in the pandemic. I carried us through that. That's a whole
tough timing to become
yeah.
board chair of a festival.
What was interesting, prior to that, I sat down with Jorge. I said, you're the founder. I need to know, what's your vision? If I'm going to, support and help and work and carry on, I need to know your long-term vision for the music festival. And we shared that. We discussed it. And I remember one of the first things I did was help rebrand the organization. We updated our logo. We looked for new board members. And then I started making connections in the community to build a new board. And of course, as I said, we were then into the pandemic. We came through that really well with careful planning, held on to a good part of our past funds. And we did a virtual concert that year. The hard part, and we're still coming out of it, was we did not have a fundraiser in the year of the pandemic.
Right.
And then we moved on from there. Well, one thing, led to another, and then that carried us into, coming back into the realm of our festival and our concerts. And I made a decision. I could have stayed on as board chair, but I'm a believer in term limits.
Okay.
And I said, maybe we need a new face, someone to carry on. And I'm still there. I'm not going anywhere. And maybe we need a position of an executive director to work with a board chairman. Mm-hmm. And we created that.
Good.
And that's basically where we are now.
That's an amazing journey.
Yeah. And my job now is meeting people, talking. I mean, I'll stop the person sitting next to me on an airplane flight and say, let me tell you about the St. Augustine Music Festival. I'll stop someone on the street, and talk to them. And that's how we gain new people, new ideas. I make the connections. I work on our grants. Mm-hmm. And I make sure that Jorge has what he needs to give us our incredible festival.
That's amazing.
And I'm hearing, I'm hearing a theme of this is really such a passion project for both of you, it seems like.
It is.
And for people who enjoy music. I mean, there's the angle of you guys who both love music, have spent careers in music, and then you're bringing this to people for free. So how are we making it big and better every single year? Because you're always trying to evolve, right? You're always trying to stay current with the times and just do a little better than you did last year, I would imagine, right? So what can we expect this year?
That's a great follow-up. The pressure is always on me. What do we do next? Because it really becomes harder every year in a way because of that. And how do you reinvent? I'm not of the kind that want to just recreate exactly the same thing.
Right.
And Bill, correct me if I'm wrong with this, but every single festival, last 18 festivals that we have had, have been different.
Yes.
I mean, we have commissioned new pieces. In fact, we commissioned a huge 450th anniversary piece that, I mean, is just amazing. It's one of those things that will stay behind way after we have died, kind of thing.
Awesome.
But so going to what you're asking, how do we make the festival better? You change the themes, and that. Let me explain. I spend a lot of time thinking of what is it that I want to do with a particular festival, with a particular night. Overall, the overarching theme is that this year finds me very preoccupied with wars, with things that we have gone through. The pandemic and the wars seem to be a big influence this year somehow. And you will see it I wasn't thinking too much about it to make it, okay, I'm going to make it like this. Somewhat, yes, but subconsciously, I think that's what keeps the whole thing together. And every year is going to be different because
it affects the audience, it affects the public. So that obviously it's a reflection of
obviously, but I think that it's my job to bring that. As an artist, I think that I need to think a little bit higher than just putting a bunch of music together and calling it this or that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You have to think a little bit more, and believe me, you have to spend some time thinking about it. How do you make this work? Because obviously, we don't have unlimited resources either. We have to have a cutoff line on everything. So what do we do? And this year, I decided to do a couple of things. I think that the tension of what's happening globally in a way is there. The other thing that I think affected me a lot is that, I thought, I wanted to read a little bit more of, Spanish. Obviously, I came to this country very early, for college, and kind of stopped my Spanish heritage culture in a way. Mm-hmm. So, lately, as you mature, you want to get yourself involved. And I started reading some of the classic and stuff. And I got it, I'm going to read Don Quixote de la Mancha. So, I read it.
Amazing.
And that influenced me. And so I thought, I'm going to do something with this theme, and that's what we have. For example, the first night is a night of evolution. That's beginning of the festival. We start with a piece by Telemann, which will be the default musician for what classical music is. It's a Baroque composer who was even more famous than Johann Sebastian Bach during his time. It's like you cannot go wrong. It's just one of those pieces that is classical. You hear, it's classical music. You don't have to know anything about it. Oh, it's a classical music, but it's beautiful. And it progresses, and we finish with an Argentinian composer, bringing you some of his take on how much has changed in history. There's an Argentinian composer. There's a great composer that brings out what is it that what was going on in his own time. So much has changed, So again, I don't want to go into details about each piece because we will stay here for a long time.
Yeah.
The next night the Friday 21st, June 21st, the 22nd. For example, we get to that mystic. We call it mystic Latin, and again, it's one of those things that if you don't come, I can almost guarantee you're never gonna hear this piece again.
Wow,
really? This is we're starting the concert with a Villa Lobos piece. Is a piece that is for, I get it right, flute, oboe, alto saxophone, guitar, harp, and celesta.
Wow.
Tell me, when was the last time you heard a piece like that? I can guarantee you.
Never. I'm sorry. You said oboe. I was like, huh?
So it's called Mystic Sextet. And then we move on from there, It just, my idea is, yes, I bring, traditional stuff, maybe known pieces that we are familiar with, and I have to combine it with new things because, after all, the education part of the festival has to be there. And there's many different ways, obviously, you can educate, Yeah. But then we move on to a contemporary composer, a living composer, a woman composer, and she's Latin. Gabriela Lena Frank she's considered one of the best composers, living composers right now. I've been I keep tap on certain people, and she's one of those, and I've been wanting to showcase her. Well, this is the great opportunity. She wrote a piece that's called Quijotadas. It's basically a piece that revolves around the craziness of Don Quixote. Mm-hmm. The Quixote story is, this gentleman. He had these aspirations of being a true gentleman, in like a knight, mm-hmm. With a horse, and the old version with a lance and stuff. Mm-hmm. But he was crazy. He had all these crazy ideas.
But he's a dreamer.
He is a dreamer, mm-hmm. and he kind of reminds us of the craziness stuff that we sometimes do, Are you crazy or you just normal to other people? It just depends. But nonetheless, it's our lives, and it's our life to live. And so she does something with the music that she writes. It's not what you expect. Again, I would say, come and find out what it's about.
I love it.
Okay.
And
I love the tease.
We move on through another Telemann piece, another Don Quixote that showcase, kind of like it's a programmatic in a way. It kind of basically goes through some of the same things that Lena Frank does, but in a more traditional sense. Mm-hmm. Every night is going to be different.
You kind of get the best of all the worlds here. I'm seeing a full, well-rounded,
I really can go down
3-day event here. Yeah.
We finished with the Falla, El Amor Brujo. This is an original arrangement that he did. It's a sextet version, and it's one of those pieces that you hear it. Oh, I know that one. And it's one of those things that, again, you just have to check it out.
Yeah.
I mean, those are two concerts. I can tell you about the Mozart and Americana. There's so much information over here. It's kind of hard to know where to begin, where to end, because every single night it's a microcosmos of the whole festival. So everything has a theme. Every concert has a line going through it. Well, let me just tell you the main themes. Oh, that's on the first week. One of the concerts that we really haven't talked about is the Juneteenth concert. That's June 19th, obviously, and we are featuring not just an artist, but somebody who is also local. Marcus Roberts, he attended the School of the Blind and Deaf, mm-hmm. and he's technically resides in the area, although you're never gonna see him around because he travels the world most of the time.
Yeah.
So we booked him, and we're collaborating with the Cultural Council, and this is one of those concerts that obviously, if you are in the into jazz, you don't want to miss it. We're gonna be featuring the original version of the Rhapsody in Blue. And we're still waiting on we're engraving new parts. This is gonna be the just like the original version that Gershwin had intended. So we're gonna recreate that on that night.
That's very special.
It's obviously is why it's important, because it's the 100th anniversary of the piece.
Now that's a ticketed event, right?
That's a ticketed event. It's also at the Lewis Auditorium.
Thank you for telling me that.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the
Good
only
deal.
the two things that change in this concert is that since we are collaborating with the county, things a little bit different, and we in a way we're utilizing this concert to fundraise. We make it happen so we can actually put the other concerts, and obviously the other concerts, they are classical in nature, but they are very different. What concert to come to? Well, some people might say, I want to see some chamber orchestra play. And mind you, we play fantastic music and hard stuff, and we play without conductor. We stand up, we play without conductor. When you see something like that, it gives you chills, because it's kind of like magic. How could all of these musicians be playing exactly in unison, at the right time and everything? And it just sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing. So who is your kind of ideal attendee? I mean, it sounds like obviously people who enjoy classical music are going to absolutely love this.
Yeah.
But we talk about the education piece. I mean, I'm sure it sounds like you're more than welcoming to people who may have never experienced classical music in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Get them in the door, get them exposed to this type of music.
Thanks for the question. I think that you're right. If you, as we all mature, I think that we have a tendency to gravitate towards something that has a little bit more meaning than just the entertainment part.
We can appreciate it more.
I think we have. I mean, maybe we mature that we start thinking about it differently somehow. I have no idea, but it happens. But I would like to invite all the new members. The younger crowd in a way. Because there's no need to wait. There's so much. That's one of the good things about classical music. It's been around for such a long time that there's a lot to choose from. Like I was saying, yes, maybe you want to come to the concerts that have chamber orchestra, but maybe not. Maybe you want to come to the ones that feature different, smaller ensembles. Maybe you like Baroque. Maybe you like a little bit more romantic. Maybe you like a little bit more contemporary, And some of these contemporary, they are not just crazy kind of sounds thrown together. No, they were particularly selected because, one, they fit in the theme, and they have something to say.
So I'm just thinking about our viewers right now, and all of the different things that you're saying. Is there a certain spot that they can go and like research about these different concerts and see like which one fits best for them?
Very good. Obviously, we have our website. Our website is our main hub. All the programs are there. I would say look over it. We have some videos and social media that kind of helps people.
Yeah, paints the picture in their mind what they're going to walk into. I like that. Yeah.
And our program notes also, which gives a descriptive of some of the music or a little history, a little background, which is always very helpful to read and to know. Gives you more of a sense of what you're listening to, and that's online.
And that's samfestival.org?
That's a shortened version of it. Could either be staugustinemusicfestival.org or samfestival.org.
Nice.
Okay, great. And people can get tickets out there too, I
Yes.
assume.
Yeah,
Yes.
for the June 19th one, yeah.
And let me just say last thing.
Sure.
For those people who want to come, obviously, you don't have to have the tickets right away, but I would encourage for you to get them, because we saw last year that we gone back to the kind of crowds that we used to have pre-pandemic, and that means standing room only. And it used to be that we used to 100 people would be like turned away because there's not enough space. So if you're really interested in coming, I would say come early. Get your ticket. Now we implemented this ticket system, so
Even
we try to manage it better.
concerts, for a few reasons, we ask that our guests register through Eventbrite for a free ticket. It gives us a sense of the size of the audience, what we need to do, and it gives us the demographics, and we know where our people are visiting us from, which is so important when we're writing grants
and fundraising.
And fundraising.
So, Bill, let me ask you this real quick question. So, concerts start at what, 7:30?
Concerts begin at 7:30.
You guys are saying early. What does that look like?
Okay, the doors, as far as coming in, the doors open at 7.
Okay.
And
7:02, you might miss out, so be there at 7. Gotcha. Yeah.
Well, everybody lines up outside the basilica, reaches out often to St. George Street, and people know they start coming at 6 o'clock.
Camp out and get ready.
But of course, and of course, for people who donate in advance to the St. Augustine Music Festival, they do gain early entry and preferred seating in the basilica. That was a hint.
Nice.
Well, this sounds amazing. I mean, this sounds like it's going to be a whole lot of fun and a real eye-opening experience, especially for people who may have never experienced classical music before, which I absolutely love.
It's free, and it's. I always just tell people, don't be intimidated. Come and enjoy the experience.
I love it. That's amazing. This is so cool.
Jorge, Bill, thank you all so much for coming by.
Thanks
this is a great conversation.
So much. Enjoyed talking with you.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah. Man, this sounds like a great one.
Sounds like an awesome one. Yeah.
This is. And I would expect this to be full. So I would kind of second that sentiment of get in early. Get yourself there early.
We'll put that information in comments for everybody. But yeah, let's get this up and out. This is a great celebration. That's awesome.
And for sure. Hey, if you're downtown St. Augustine and you need a ride or to or from, you can hop on an Old Town Trolley.
It's the way to get around.
They're the green trains in downtown St. Augustine. We absolutely love them. They do great work here. They will offer you a 90-minute tour. You can check out over 22 stops, more than 100 points of interest that they're going to guide you through. And even if you're a local here in St. Augustine, you're going to learn some very, very interesting information that you may not have known before. The kids love it. Kids love riding the trains.
They love it. They always have great fun facts.
They really do.
Yeah.
And they just love seeing the sights and pointing, there's the fort and there's this and that. So it's just a great experience for the whole family. We would encourage you to get on a green train at Old Town Trolley sometime soon.
And let's talk about something we take very seriously, like air conditioning.
Yeah.
We're not a fan of being left in a hot mess of humidity, right?
Right.
So for a fabulous 45 years, Steve Chapman's All-American Air has been the AC hero of St. Augustine and beyond. We're talking St. John's, Flagler, Duval, and Putnam counties. They're not just the experts. They're the cool cats of warranty and non-warranty service. They have preventative maintenance service agreements, new construction installations, and rocking high-efficiency systems. From the Lennox Wonders to the ultra-smart iComfort thermostat, they've got all your HVAC products in sight. Give them a call today, 904-461-0070.
Hey, another place that's a perfect fit with the St. Augustine Music Festival is Bin 39.
Oh, perfect thing,
You want to grab yourself a glass of wine or 2 or 3 before or after the festival, you can do that out there at Bin 39. Great folks out there. They love helping people find their new favorite wines out there at Bin 39. They really do. You can go there, sip, you can go there and sample, or you can take some bottles home. I mean, they've got a selection that you're just not going to find anywhere else. So check out our friends at Bin 39. Also live music out there on the patio from 1 to 7 most days.
So special.
Yeah, really, it really is a special place.
Yes.
And we're doing a wine tasting sometime soon with them, right?
Oh, you saw that on the calendar. Yep, next week. Very excited. Yep, big surprises are coming our way. That's going to be fun. Yes.
Sweet. All right. Well, for right now, it is horoscope time.
Oh, man.
Let's do this, Rick. Oh, very nice. Scorpio and Sagittarius on deck today. Scorpio. Your intensity will scare people away today.
Good.
Your trust issues will turn potential allies into enemies.
Excellent.
Lighten up before you end up alone.
I like it.
Okay. Well, hey, if that's what you're shooting for,
so take that,
stars. There you go.
I like being alone.
Fine. Sagittarius, your quest for excitement will lead you to utter boredom today. Even your wildest plans will fall flat. Sometimes the mundane is all you get.
Well,
You and I really get the worst of these
We
horror
really
shows.
kind of do. Like,
I'm just living in a fantasy world all the
right,
time,
and
apparently.
I'm angry with all of the
You're
people.
just
yeah.
right.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
I'm like,
you just don't get along with anybody,
sunshine
apparently.
and happiness on these shows. But after here, I'm like,
Yeah, man.
Well, I'll tell you something that we can celebrate. There's a pizza party, pizza eating contest happening.
Okay, I'm in for this.
This is happening at Hillary's Chicago Pizza, Sunday, June 16th, 1 o'clock p.m. This is going to benefit Bike MS. So Crush MS is the hashtag. Very, very cool. Check out Hillary's Chicago Pizza. Secure your spot. There's only 25 people that can sign up for this. So it's going to be very, very cool.
Okay, there you go.
Hey, we heard from our friends from the Sing Out Loud Festival.
Okay.
They're having a local artist showcase. The applications are now open. So calling all local artists want to be a part of the St. Augustine's Month of Music. The Sing Out Loud local artist showcase applications are open right now. The deadline, though, is Friday, July 12th. Check out their socials. You can apply. There's a link right there, and I'll put it in comments for everybody. But yeah, apply. You guys are going to have a great stage to perform and get an amazing audience.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of fun for a lot of local musicians. That's the part of the festival that I really love the most.
Yeah, great way to get on the bill with some big time acts.
Yeah.
Man. It's great for the resume for locals.
Hey, big time acts, the Young Professionals Organization, aka YPO, their June edition is happening this Thursday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The parking at Dog Rose or the Leitner Museum, it's free to attend. Of course, it starts at 6 at Dog Rose. Going to be very, very awesome, but I'll put link in comments if you want to hang out. If you're a small business out there and you want to do a networking moment and see what better practices or some really cool marketing ideas, this is a great hangout for you to try. It's been around for ages, and it's always been a successful thing for our community. So,
Really nice people.
Yeah,
Really nice people
lot
down
of
there.
fun.
Very
Yeah.
welcoming.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Is that it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. No, my bad. I lost count.
No, you're good.
You know who never loses count, especially when it comes to your teeth?
Oh, thank goodness.
It's Magnolia Family Dentistry. They are redefining what it means to visit the dentist in St. Augustine and St. Johns County. We love that.
Mm-hmm.
Led by Dr. Paula Rodriguez, Magnolia Family Dentistry isn't just about teeth. It's about a clean and extraordinary experience all across the board. It's a great place. From the moment you step into their doors, you will be welcomed into a state-of-the-art practice that prioritizes your comfort and well-being. You go to some of these dentists' offices. I mean, it's just like there's wallpaper peeling off the walls.
Yeah.
The machines are all yellow and worn out.
You think you're going for a cheaper experience? That's not the way
Right.
to do this.
You feel like you're going to a torture chamber.
Right. That's not
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Experience the difference with Magnolia Family Dentistry, where a healthy smile meets exceptional care. Schedule your appointment by calling 904-824-0990 and see why so many in our community trust Dr. Rodriguez and her team with their teeth.
And we trust the United Way of St. Johns County. They're a champion for our community. They create opportunities, foster education, and improve the lives of those in need. The United Way of St. Johns County is a catalyst for change, bringing together businesses, volunteers, organizations to tackle the toughest challenges facing our community. Check out their services today. Volunteer your time. Write some checks. unitedway-sjc.org.
That's right. And Panache, since 1987, they've been making you feel special. They've been a cut above the rest. Their mission, caring for their team, their guests, and their community, and bringing joy to the world one service at a time. Their carefully chosen and highly trained staff is always there to exceed your expectations. The same goes for their elegant salon space. They are dedicated to guest comfort and devoted to innovation and artistry. They're focused on making your day and continually raising the bar. They're also proud to align with Aveda's mission of ethical and sustainable business practices and their high fashion aesthetic. Check them out today. Go to the website, getpanache.com.
All right. We got hilarious memes to brighten up your day, Pete.
All right.
Okay.
Well, you can try.
All right, we'll try. This first one. My girlfriend wanted to have a conversation about me being too childish, but she didn't know the password to get into my fortress.
Fair. Fair. Yeah.
The next up, the perfect license plate doesn't exist.
1 year up.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah. Cute dog.
Next up, when your friend leaves you alone with a stranger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely
So,
awkward, yeah.
what do we talk about here?
Right.
I
What
don't
do we
know
have
anything
in
about you.
common here? We
Yeah.
both like gray.
What
All
does PR57 mean, buddy?
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah.
Next up, when someone tells me to do something I was already going to do, well, now I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I know this attitude.
We've seen this one before. When
Yes, we
you're 3,
have.
but you just sold your first house.
right.
I've seen a lot of real estate agents in town that look like this, actually.
You're right. Yeah. They're catfishing you with those real estate agent
Right. We know them with a jeans and t-shirt kind of gal, but all of a sudden we got the Jane look-alike here. Yeah. Next up, admit it at least one time in your life you seriously tried to move an object by using the force.
You don't still do this?
I try.
Every
with my
now and
mind,
then.
It never works.
Every now and then.
Stare at it, nothing. Next up, when you're getting roasted, you hold back that one joke that will destroy a person's will to live.
Yeah. If you know the person well enough, you know that one joke.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yep. Next up, Tupperware after you put spaghetti in it.
Yeah. Can't get that out.
True story. I've shown up to this studio looking like that sometimes. So yeah. Next up, you never take a nap so good that you thought you missed the school bus, but it's Sunday and you're 32.
32. Yeah.
I've been there. Yeah.
No. I mean, as soon as I was out of school, I forgot everything about school.
And next up, PSA all the way. I'm fat, so don't park so close. Have a nice day.
You know what? That's
perfectly
a
fine.
PSA.
Absolutely nice PSA.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Reality's in the obvious. There you
That's
go.
right. All right. Good show today. Thank you guys for all your hard work. And thank you guys out there for watching.
Yeah.
We will talk to you soon.
Bye, everybody.